So hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I just want to share you just 2 tips that will help you keep your laptop for a longer duration of time, and it will prevent you from destroying your laptop without knowing it. So it may apply to most laptops, but I hope by the end of the video you will have learned something. Now let me give you my story and about this laptop, which has stayed with me for around 5 to 4 years. Now my mom bought it in 2020, mid-2020 and mid-2021, around March, April there. Now she bought it as a surprise after I finished my primary exams, something like that, and it has been working well since then. But because I went to high school and I was in a boarding school, the laptop I left it with my mom, who was not a tech person, and she only used her phone. So for the first term I was in school, we stayed at school for 3 months, and it's just that the next year after I got the laptop. Now my mom, because she doesn't use it at all, she kept it in her room. She kept it in her room, and it stayed there for the whole 6 months, not being opened, not being charged. The result will somehow shock you. The battery got destroyed. I don't know how, but because it was not charged for a long duration of time, the battery itself got destroyed, and I had to remove it. I would have bought a new one, but it was too expensive at the time. So for the past 3 to 4 years, I've been using my laptop with its cable plugged in, so it was like just my PC, something like that. Now the main point is tip number 1: if you have any laptop and you know you are not going to use it for a long duration of time, a long period of time, if you are going to school, like in my case, or you are going to a vacation or something like that, leave it to someone who can actually use it. Because I left it with my mom, and because I was only 13 years old, I did not know that a battery can get destroyed because of leaving it stalled for a long period of time. So that's my number 1 tip. If you know you are not going to use your laptop for a long period of time, just leave it to someone, your relative, a friend, anyone. Not to necessarily use it, but to keep checking up on it. Tip number 1. Tip number 2, it's about your storage. Now this is a HP EliteBook Generation 1, in English G1. It's a G1, so it has Intel Core i5, and because I bought it in 2020, maybe it was manufactured some few years back, it has Windows 7. Now it came with 4 GB RAM, because it has 2 RAM slots here. My tip number 2: do not trust someone with your laptop if you are not there. So I trusted my uncle. Now my uncle, because he was somehow a tech guy, I gave him the laptop while I was in school. Maybe he could save up some money and get it repaired, and he'd be using it while I was in school. Let's say when schools closed and we were out for the holidays, I would take it from him, but when we went back, I would give him the laptop because he could use it. Now he'd take the laptop to the repair shop, and in good grace, it got fixed. Got fixed in a way that at least now it could open up, but there were 2 very weird things that happened to it, and because I was 13 at that time, I did not know. So my second tip: as you trust anybody with your laptop, make sure you are there when it is being taken to the repair shop. Whoever it is, be present and see what they are doing. Let me show you what happened to my laptop. Number 1, the battery was stolen. Yes, the battery was stolen. Yes, though the battery was damaged, it got stolen while at the repair shop. I tried to inquire from him, but yes, he said he did not know anything, something like that. 2, the RAM was stolen. The RAM was stolen for this slot, this DDM2, this one. I hope you can see it clearly. So I was only left with 2 gigs of RAM, and it had 500 gigs of storage hard drive. So that's tip number 2: be present whenever your laptop is going to a repair shop, and don't trust anyone. And to make matters worse, the RAM slot was destroyed. Now, because it was destroyed, I had to buy another RAM stick of 4 gigs, because Windows automatically, when you buy a laptop, maybe 2 gigs or 1 gig is already taken up by Windows. So follow that tip. That is a very important tip. Be present whenever your laptop is being repaired, because this is just garbage. It's just garbage, honestly, at this point. Even now, I've been using it only to watch movies and to watch movies and YouTube videos, nothing else. I cannot do any editing, even if now it is not working at all. Tip number 3, keep this in mind. Tip number 3 is, if you have a laptop which has a hard drive, or you are planning to buy a laptop, make sure it does not have a hard drive. This is because of just one simple reason. Hard drives have a lifespan of 5 years. Majority of them have a lifespan of 5 years. And as I mentioned earlier, this laptop I bought it in 2020, mid-2020 and mid-2021. So what happened, after 5 years, it got somehow destroyed, because some few weeks ago I went to open the laptop and it kept stuttering in a way that even if you try to open it, it would keep glitching. I thought, when I took it to the repair shop, I had 2 things in mind. Either the storage was destroyed, the hard drive was destroyed, or maybe the RAM slot was destroyed, or maybe the RAM itself was destroyed. But because I am the only one who uses it now, I'm pretty sure I did not let it fall down anywhere. So I knew something was wrong. Now, when I took it to my local repair shop, they told me the hard drive was destroyed. Remember that this laptop has only 4 gigs of RAM, which I bought myself, which costed me around 4,000 Kenya shillings, which is about $4. And remember also again, it has a hard drive, and the graphics card was stolen, and the battery, it does not have a battery. And finding a compatible battery with this laptop, because this one is a very old laptop, 2020, it's a few years ago. So finding a battery that will fit it, it will take a long time in such a way that, to replace the parts which are gone, maybe by second hand. So if you simply don't do that, at the repair shop, I changed to SSD. Not a bad idea, but here's the catch. If I change to SSD, everything I had in the laptop is completely gone. Everything about the laptop, all the apps I had installed are completely gone. So that is simply rebooting your laptop, and because it would cost me around 6,000 for a 256GB SSD, to me it was not worth it at all, because what is the point of improving this and improving this laptop? And I remember that guy who was changing my RAM, he told me the laptop will be only good for watching movies and maybe listening to music, but do not invest in it too much. So currently I do not invest in it too much. I only bought the RAM, and buying another SSD will be completely useless because it has only 4 gigabytes of RAM. And even after buying the SSD, I'll have to install many softwares in it. I'm not sure if that SSD comes with those softwares, but I will have to install so many softwares in it, and it's just a waste of time and money. And at the end of the day, I wanted a laptop which I can use not only for entertainment, but for my YouTube videos and TikTok videos. So that is my tip number 3. If you have a laptop with a hard drive, change it immediately. And hard drives are good, they are not bad. Hard drives are good if maybe for external storage. Because this one I was using as an internal storage laptop, it got old because it has so many moving parts compared to an SSD. So tip number that tip, change your hard drive to an SSD. If you want to know how, I knew this because I watched this YouTube channel called Education Something. They talk about how SSDs are made, and what I learned is these things have so many moving parts compared to an SSD. So please follow those 3 tips, and I hope that your laptop will not end up like mine. And now I'm completely laptopless, and I cannot watch my movies. I missed out around 2 weeks of movies, and I'm pretty sad right now. So follow those tips, please. I hope these tips will help you in the future, and I hope they have helped you now. If you have a hard drive, change it, and subscribe to my channel.